Okay, game 4 of my game against Yahas in the No Terminals mix. I'm up 3-0. Last game was a very close one. I think could have gone either way. First game, I think I won decent. I played okay. Won the first one. Second one, I had really good draws. I'm thinking about opening Pursue Copper. That seems reasonable. Since I don't want to buy anything on 5. Probably my first 5 is going to be Hunting Party. Maybe it'll just be Storyteller. Storyteller doesn't play great with Grand Market. It's going to be really tough to get to Grand Market on this kingdom. It could even be Market. You could go for like Treasure Trove Money, but I think they just get to be beaten by a big deck that has a bunch of markets and hunting parties and treasuries and stuff and starts ramping up payload really quickly. I guess I'm going to get Market. Hunting Party just flips my deck over right now. Which maybe isn't the worst thing. All these 5s feel bad to open. Maybe even Cobbler, because I just want as many silvers and merchants as the deck will allow. In general is going to be the plan. So like here, I'll gain a merchant. The next turn, I can gain a silver. This is not a kind of kingdom where you need to balance your cobblers. Sometimes you want to balance the cobblers by having 2, so you can always either gain a village at the beginning of the turn or a smithy, depending on what you draw, but to make sure your engine kicks off. But here, the draw is going to come from Storyteller mostly, I think, and Hunting Party. So the merchant stuff is going to be quite nice. Merchant, Silver, Storyteller to draw. And you pick up markets and treasuries. Maybe you pick up some free destriers, depending on the situation. And then you can pathfind something. I like pathfinding on merchant, actually, if I can get to that. I'll grab a market now. This 2 is quite sad. I'm going to pursue silver, I guess. And not buy anything. Here I can just buy 2 merchants. Oh, I can get a merchant to hand. Oh, wow, that worked out quite nicely. I'm going to already put pathfinding on merchant. That worked out really well. So now I can do things like pursue merchant, although I'm certainly going to just buy a merchant here. They're also going to get pathfinding in on merchant. One advantage I have is that they don't have any merchants left in their deck, although I don't seem to have any either. Merchant, pursue merchants. I doubt I'm going to get to buy a merchant because I couldn't find enough money that turn. Yeah, they're going to win the merchant split, which is not the end of the world, but they didn't find plus buy. That's unfortunate. I might even consider as them here pulling back my coppers and buying Grand Market as like the chance you have to do it if they don't want to buy the single merchant, which feels bad. Unfortunately, that lets me win the merchant split, but Grand Market's a really nice card. So I guess merchant is +2 cards, plus action, plus coin. Grand Market has got an extra coin on there, so but merchant's got the extra draw. So now the question is, how do I sort of transition this into the engine of power? More plus buy, absolutely. So merchant market here, and probably buy another market next turn. I am able to draw a deck here, but it's a little unreliable. So once I get a couple markets in, consider buying some destriers. I should actually be able to buy some destriers this turn if I can draw a deck. Yeah, Hunting Party would not be terrible. I think I just want more markets, though. Do I want markets? This is quite found all my coppers at the top of my shuffle. So the rest of this shuffle has got 4 merchants, 2 markets in it, 3 estates, copper. So it's very nice cards. I could get a storyteller maybe. Churn through some of these coppers. Turn these coppers into draw. So basically, in many cases, the storyteller will just be plus 4 cards, but take away 3 coppers from my hand, which is not terrible. I could also just get a Destrier for more draw, or one of the other cards. Do I need another market? Not quite. I'm going to go for the storyteller. The only thing you have to watch out for is making sure you don't. Yeah, if you play a silver, well, if you have 2 silvers, it's fine. If you play a silver, you get the market coins, but then if you play markets after that, you have to play another silver. Actually, it's the first time you play, so not the next time you play. So you want to try not to play silvers to storyteller, but I do have 7 coppers in the deck, and I have no way to thin them, so that should be fine. With best payload here, I have 6 merchants, 7 coppers. 6 plus 7 plus 4 money from silvers is 13, plus 2 money from markets is 19, and 3 buys. So I can do quite a bit on this turn. Might even consider not playing the coppers and going double grand market. Grand market also doesn't play great with storyteller because you're playing your coppers, so likely once I get the storyteller stuff in play, I won't be able to buy grand markets. But I assume pursue for grand, yeah, just pursue to dump the rest of the deck. That one I'm not sure about because I don't know that shuffle's great. Yeah, 1 more silver seems good. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Yeah, this is what I thought. Actually, I have a storyteller directly on top of the deck, which is perfect. So I will just go double grand market here, and then I can use the storyteller next turn to make sure I draw. And then with the extra buys from grand market, I should be able to get a ton of Destriers next turn. Okay, this is just a perfect. I mean, I'd rather have storyteller and 4 merchants, but yeah, 4 coppers seems fine. I probably will not be buying more grand markets this game with the storyteller buy, which is again part of the plan. Oh my. Oh my. I'm shocked here. Not quite sure what to say. What do I have down there? I have 2 grand markets, market, 5 merchants. This just seems really unlucky. I'm pondering on this because I'm trying to make sure that my deck isn't terrible. But my deck feels like it's terrible right now. But it doesn't seem terrible. Do I want to buy? I guess I'll buy another. I guess I'll buy another silver. I'm not I can't quite fathom what just happened. 5 merchants, 2 grand markets, and a market in the bottom 12 cards, and both silvers. That should have been a kickoff turn. So now I feel like I'm pretty solidly behind when I was quite a bit ahead if I just had a normal draw that turn. Maybe I'm over evaluating my deck, but I have 10 cards I didn't want to draw, and that turn I found most of them. I found a huge number of them. I will trigger this shuffle, although it's not the greatest. So, with 18, I can go grand market, grand market, grand market. Or with, I don't know, I do have my storyteller down there. I do need to add Destriers, so I could go 2 grand markets and 2 Destriers, I guess. And then pursue merchant. Grand market. I want a bit of money to pursue merchant, but I think the destriers are worth it. I had a merchant near the top anyways, and I do have my storyteller there. I can play my market first just to make sure I draw. Yeah, these decks have sort of completely fallen apart once we added the silvers. How many buys do I have? I have I have 4 grand markets and 1 regular market, or 2 regular markets. We're closing in on pile territory, especially with the destriers. That pile can end up being empty for almost free. So that's just something to consider. Okay, so Storyteller is going to be able to draw. I'm not going to be able to buy the Grand Market if I play these coppers, which is fine. Okay, so 4 merchants, each draw 2. 2 destriers draw 2. So I've got basically 6 labs in 19 cards. A couple of Grand Markets. I think I'm going to draw 7 here. Is the safest. The 7 safe or is 6 safe? I feel like 7 is going to be safer. Although I'm going to overdraw here. Yeah. Okay. Didn't even need the destriers with the way that draw worked. Okay, so yeah, end action certainly. 23 money and 7 buys. So this feels a lot like 2 provinces and a couple of destriers for reliability. 2 provinces, destriers going to cost 4, so I get 2 destriers. I can pursue destrier, and then there's also like an estate pile out that will be close, so I think I do need to get 2 provinces. So if I get something like destrier, destrier, pursue, destrier, I guarantee to have 2 on top. And then I can also gain a extra silver or something next turn. The copper would be a lot better if there were any other action. Like the only reason I got it was because I had the 5-2. If I had anything else, I think the collar was pretty bad because at this point of the game, we're getting extra silvers, which aren't doing a lot for me. So because they've played coppers now, they don't have an easy pile out here. Their pile out, they can't pile grand markets essentially. Like grand market estate would be the easiest pile out, although they'd also have to get a province, which requires 30 money, which they're not far from, but they're not close to either. They can pile the destriers here, and that'll be my plan this turn if I can, to go grand market, estate, copper, destrier, destrier, destrier. Depending on how many buys I get, if I get to 8 buys, then grand market, estate, copper, and then destriers will cost 3, 2, 1. So 6, stamp to the destriers, so 12. I only need 14 money and 8 buys. Yeah, no reason not to allow an undo. It's sort of a pure no new information undo. Oh wow, they're even closer than that. So they can triple province here. Can I triple province? I had enough money last turn to triple province. So they just doubled and doubled destrier. So that just makes it easier for me to pile. I think they need to get a 3rd province there and sort of dare me to triple, because if I can triple province, I can certainly gain. If I can triple here, which is what they're playing around, I can certainly gain a grand market and 4 destriers. And now we can estate. Okay, I can also gain an estate to hand. It's that crazy. What is the thing that limits me this turn? Is gains. I want to win on gains here and not on. I want to win on gains here and not money. So Since it's no terminals mix, I can just kind of click all the actions and see what happens. Okay. So it actually may have been important that I gained that. So Grand Market costs 6, and then Destriers cost 432. And I can buy a Duchy for good measure. Good games. I think they played pretty well. Overall, I think they had some weird turns. They had that 11 turn with 1 buy, and they couldn't get the 2 merchants. Then it feels bad buying a merchant for 11 when they get the Grand Market. I think they went a little bit too much the Grand Market. Probably they didn't need to get the Cobbler. I had to get it because of my 5-2 opening. But it was close in the end. I was a half turn ahead, and I was first player. So well played with them overall. A good match. Probably the fair outcome would have been 3-1 or 2.5 to 1.5. And with best shuffles, it could have been an even match, certainly. So thanks for the games to them. And I have one more match in this group stage against some guy named Smith, who is maybe good. We'll see.